Coming up, Tzu Chi holds a concert in Dongguan, China, encouraging members of the public to embrace Jing Si Aphorisms. Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapters set up a secondhand charity event at a public housing unit, encouraging residents to join. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Marilee Shioda. Thank you for joining us. As the Tzu Chi volunteers from 9 countries' relief efforts for refugees in Serbia enters the 5th day, they invited heads of refugee committees to SID to teach them how to make Tzu Chi's instant rice, as well as share the rice with some refugees while teaching them more about Tzu Chi. A few refugee committee members traveled to this hotel in Sid to learn how to make Tzu Chi's instant rice from Tzu Chi volunteers. Later, the final product, a hot plate of rice, is served to the refugees for them to taste.
Okay. Yeah, okay, do much.
Me personal, our people, Afghan people, like very much rice. Our cooking, we use very much. In our country, it's rice.
Thanks to this gathering filled with love from Tzu Chi, everyone's hearts is warmed. Listening to Master Zhenyan's teachings, these refugees learn that Tzu Chi has been helping refugees all over the world.
What is this? This is be safe, be free from danger.
The volunteers present their sincerest blessings to their friends in hopes of giving them strength and courage to face an uncertain future.
Thanks for that, because I see in many countries or like this, and they make different between them. But and the special things too I see here, you don't make different. We are all human and we are all refugees and in the same position.
No, you guys did enough. You know, it's even from the first time you did a lot. You know, the basic. First of all, you paid attention and you cared.
Listening to the needs of the refugees, the volunteers hope their refugee friends may find security in the days ahead. And although they may be of different religious faiths, the heart of compassion remains the same.
Thank you.
Ever since March of this year, when Chen Anna, the head of a cross-straits women's choir group, and several of her choir members saw the musical concert hosted by Tzu Chi in Suzhou, China, she thought it would be nice to perform in such a concert as well. After multiple discussions with Tzu Chi's committee, such a concert was brought to fruition in Guangdong's Dongguan. Let's take a look. The song Love Heals the World, sung by famed Taiwanese singer Johnny Ing, is a popular Tzu Chi song. However, at the Jing Si musical concert in Dongguan, he stands before the audience as a volunteer looking to spread love.
爱人自爱，自爱爱人，就是佛心、菩萨心。我们有没有对自己好一点？
Are we being good to ourselves? Have we taken care of ourselves? Are we looking after our mental health or taking care of those around
把自己
us?
的心照顾好。我们有没有把旁边的人照顾好？
Singer Wan Fang shares that 23 years ago, she was crying when she sang the song, but now she's singing it with a different mindset.
In facing our sorrows of the past, we can have more acceptance and understanding, which will give us a stronger heart to face future adversity.
Next, a sign language choir group made up of businesswomen joins Wan Fang on stage for performance. With children gathered around their teacher listening to Jing Si Aphorisms on filial piety and being compassionate about others, the children put on a performance that helps purify the hearts of the audience at the musical concert. A major question for Taiwan and also the senior care industry is how to keep seniors 65 and older active in their communities. Likewise, the health and mental well-being of the elderly is also an important factor to consider. Currently, only about 20% of the elderly population choose to become volunteers in society. In today's piece, we will look at some ideas about keeping seniors healthy and actively engaged with the younger generation.
These clowns provide an energetic and humorous atmosphere which produces laughter from the elderly and makes them feel young again. This is clown Dongguan, who has come here especially to entertain the seniors. As soon as he appears, the atmosphere changes and a lively party begins.
The folks at the elderly home, what do you think they need? They need love, care, and a human connection. They need someone to spend time with and to play with them. I try to include them in activities and am enthusiastic when I interact with them.
What you can't see by looking at Dongguan is that he was formerly the vice president of a technology company in the United States. He retired 3 years ago and came back to Taiwan.
When I came back to Taiwan, I already had a bit of knowledge about being a clown, so I started visiting the elderly care centers. In my retirement, doing performances like these and helping show care to the elderly, I'm giving something back to society. I spend about 1/3 of my time volunteering, and I am happy to have the opportunity.
Seniors are an asset to the community. If we can help seniors to stay healthy and active, they can contribute more to society as volunteers themselves.
For seniors today, a major concern is how they can continue to play a role in society. They should use their energy to help our younger generations. They can help us to keep society on a positive path and contribute to a sustainable future.
In Hualien, this is 65-year-old Zheng Wenzheng, who is accompanied by his mentally disabled son, Zheng Qiao. Every day, Zheng Qiao is seen off by his father when he goes to a nearby farm for the day. This is the only time Zheng Wenzheng has to himself. With his own experience caring for a disabled child, Mr. Zheng knows what the responsibilities and life of a volunteer is like. He hopes with this knowledge he can improve living situations for the disabled and the infirm. In line with the new 2.0 program that has been introduced, he aims to design a care facility where both the elderly and the mentally disabled can live peacefully together.
Having a child with this kind of disability, I don't have an opportunity to join a regular care center. So that's why I wanted to make a senior care center for the good of the community. I hope that eventually more communities will adopt this style, similar to those in Northern Europe, where everyone can live peacefully.
To realize his dream for the care facility, Zheng Wenzheng has to take his time traveling around and looking for just the right place.
Take a look. All we need to find is a suitable piece of land where we can develop this kind of dual care center. I already have the plans, and we can rely on the government to help recruit residents.
Projects like Mr. Zheng's take time, dedication, and a lot of effort, but they will be good for the future of Taiwan. With declining birth rates, the working population in the future will also be reduced. Productive working communities like the one Mr. Zheng proposes will help ease workforce and population problems coming in the future.
No, I don't feel tired. Even though I'm already legally a senior, I feel fine because I'm motivated.
Many seniors across the country spend their days lounging around, chatting, and drinking tea. But in the future, hopefully communities like the one Mr. Zheng proposes will help keep everyone active, healthy, and also provide a way for seniors to keep in touch with younger generations.
In our next report on the new 2.0 Care Assistance Program and new approaches to keeping seniors in the community healthy, we will look at how some seniors are getting their exercise. Here at the exercise field of Bailing Park in Taipei, you can sometimes find a rather unique rugby team playing. These are the senior and super senior rugby players. Their uniform colors identify them by age. The ones in yellow are all in their 70s, and those in purple are all over 80.
83歳です。83歳。83 years old.
Using 3 different languages, this player tells us his age because it's important out on the pitch.
The ones in yellow are in their 70s, the ones in purple are in their 80s, so this tells us that they have just come for a bit of exercise, so we will not actually hit or tackle them. We just play and run with them to give some company.
Despite their ages, these seniors keep active. They miss the experience of the competition, so they come back to taste a bit of the atmosphere and spend some time outdoors.
On Saturday and Sunday, I'll definitely come out to enjoy some rugby and see my friends. You wouldn't expect someone in their 70s to run around like this.
Although most seniors probably aren't interested in joining a local rugby game, all of them could use a little assistance and encouragement to stay active throughout their older years. This is the Shenghu Community Center in Suao. This is a physical rehabilitation course with over a dozen seniors participating. They meet here for class 2 to 3 times a week.
I suffer from gout, and with gout, sometimes your uric acid levels are too high. When this happens, you have to try and adjust them. It's incredibly painful for me, but if I don't move at all, it is even worse.
Getting out of the house and keeping active is one of the best ways to keep a healthy lifestyle. 88-year-old Grandpa Zhen suffered from a stroke, which made moving around difficult. But thanks to the wonderful assistance of a rehabilitation therapist, he has been able to keep exercising.
Here, he had some resistance. We are training his upper thighs inside and out. In the future, if other problems or conditions arise, then incontinence may become an issue. To avoid that, working out this area now will have a long-term positive impact.
These seniors are working up a sweat in front of their peers. This class is a part of a rehabilitation course that will have these seniors working with 8 different kinds of exercise equipment. A special aspect of this course is that the records of the seniors' activities will be kept and analyzed to check on treatment progress.
Each of the elderly participants have their own flash drive. They log their own information at each machine station. Then there is the team of professionals to help us do the analysis.
The system is different from previous healthcare plans designed for seniors. The new 2.0 care plan aims to integrate individual communities and care close to home, with the medical and healthcare professionals to integrate the best care from both sides as seniors age.
As part of the 2.0 program's design, we want to aim for what we call disability prevention. That is to say, the services we offer should mainly be considered as effective means of preventing poor health and disabilities for seniors. That's our main goal.
Unlike in the past, where rehabilitation centers focused on treatment after a condition develops or an accident occurred, the new 2.0 program has a more holistic approach to keeping seniors healthy throughout their older years. The goal is to provide continual support for seniors in their daily lives and keep them active and engaged in their own communities. The success of the 2.0 program should bring long-lasting benefits to Taiwanese society in the future. In China's Tianjin city, a volunteer, Wei Zhipeng, began his friendship with Tzu Chi 4 years ago. Unfortunately, before he could complete his Tzu Chi volunteer training, he passed away. Now his wife is looking to sign up to be a volunteer to fulfill her husband's last wish.
He said that he would attend the volunteer training session after the Chinese New Year. All of us invited him to attend the event.
Despite his poor health, Wei Zhipeng seized every chance he could to share Tzu Chi's mission and spirit with other patients. After Wei passed away, his selfless and endless devotion have stayed in everyone's heart. Accompanying the children is like spending time with his own children and grandchildren. In children's minds, Wei is their gracious grandfather.
When those children combed the hair and massaged their mothers, I was reminded of my own parents because I was not as considerate as those children. I have learned a lot from them.
After retiring, Wei began his friendship with Tzu Chi 4 years ago. Originally, he was unfamiliar with electronic products, but he had learned to use the computer as to pass on positive messages. Wei was also a big supporter of recycling volunteers in communities. He was always there to help out at aid distributions.
He thought of himself as a young person, so he came at 7 in the morning to carry the heavy rice and noodles during the aid distribution.
After Wei Zhipeng passed away, volunteers bring care and love to his wife, who is also planning to be part of Tzu Chi, which is also one of Wei's wishes during his lifetime.
Moving to Malaysia, Tzu Chi volunteers from the Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter organized a charity sale event for a public housing area of Kuala Lumpur's Taman Desa. At this event, many residents were encouraged to give secondhand clothing a new lease on life while also doing good deeds.
This Tzu Chi volunteer transforms himself into a clown to entertain these children. The magic show is their favorite.
If children hear that they are clowns, they will come. They'll ask their parents to bring them here.
Many residents have been attracted to join the charity sale event, which is held in a public housing district in Kuala Lumpur's Taman Desa.
This program is very good because we can easily contribute by purchasing clothes. It is not complicated, it's not difficult to help people.
All of this secondhand clothing has been brought from recycling stations to serve as goods for a charity sale here. Residents are encouraged to give these items a new lease on life while doing good deeds at the same time. The story of small donations make big changes has inspired 10-year-old Nur Elisa Iris to not only donate some of her pocket money, but also to invite people around her to take a coin bank home.
I have $1.20 for my school supplies and I have saved 50 cents. I am very happy because I can help the needy.
Ripples of love have been spread throughout this area in just 5 hours as more and more people discovered the joy of doing good deeds.
Staying in Malaysia, Tzu Chi kindergartens in Jalan Kapong and Pandai Indah recently organized a parent and child event where children led their parents to join in their favorite activities. Let's see what these parents discovered from their children at the event.
Tzu Chi Pandan in the kindergarten organizes a parents-child event to help parents discover their children's interest and strength. Children can choose from 9 different missions to showcase their strength. Through these activities, parents can discover their children's patience and independence.
I never thought that he could fold the quilt tidily. When he is at home, he doesn't do it very well. I think it is because we usually do everything for them, so they have no chance to do it independently.
Because parents are normally busy at work, they spend less time accompanying their children. Children spend most of their time at school, so teachers may know more about their interests and strengths. With this event, we hope parents can know more about their children.
Meanwhile, here at DaAi Kindergarten in Jalan Kapong, parents and children are helping each other by reversing their roles, giving a new experience to children while giving parents a surprise.
I think role-playing is very great. The kid is actually my mirror because I found I said something wrong when I was angry.
Instead of directly making decisions for children, these parents can now develop their children's own abilities after discovering their potential.
In Taiwan, water chestnuts are grown in Guantian, Tainan. About 3,700 metric tons of them are produced annually, but upon removal of the nut, their shells are thrown aside as agricultural waste. Thus, Guantian District Office is promoting a plan to reduce carbon emissions of water chestnut shells by using pyrolysis to turn the shells into biochar. When used as part of fertilizer, biochar not only seals off carbon dioxide, but also makes the soil richer.
During the harvest time of water chestnuts, we can see people peeling off the shells everywhere. The shells are considered agricultural waste, so the garbage trucks do not collect them.
We can harvest 42 metric tons of water chestnuts a day. In the past, people simply littered them. When they became dry, we burned them and then threw them away as garbage.
However, it is different now. The district office has successfully turned them into shell biochar. Recycling trucks are dispatched to collect the shells and bring them to a plaza for sun drying. After they are turned into biochar, they can be made into new products, and the elderly are encouraged to help.
It's quite meaningful that these elderly can come out and do something.
The shell biochar can be made into soap bars and deodorant packages. After 1.5 years of experiment, the district office head has successfully used it on agriculture, and some farmers are using it.
The district office has shown good results in using the shell biochar in farming, so I want to try it on fruits and cucumbers.
Biochar is a very good material at purifying and protecting water.
When something wasteful can be turned into biochar, that can improve the soil quality. It has also created a new opportunity for local farming industry and developed new economy to support local elderly people. It is a win-win situation for the community.
On a related note to our previous story, Guantian Junior High School has set up a kiln to activate water chestnut shells into biochar. Let's see how they turn this kiln into an educational opportunity.
The Xizhuang Bureau head teaches students about coal made from water chestnut shells. Besides acting as a purifier, after the water chestnut field is harvested, the shell coals can be mixed in with compost to act as fertilizer for growing vegetables.
The shell coal can make the vegetables grow better. It's good for nature.
The soil and water quality have become better. Some insects will come here too.
The school set up an educational area about water chestnut coal. They use the soil, hay, and water chestnut shell coal to create this kiln. Besides making coal, it can also collect heat energy for food roasting.
We hope through this process of learning about the uses of water chestnut coal, the children will learn about sustainable agriculture.
The shell coal shines after it is washed, and teachers said it is like black gold. They hope children will learn about food and agriculture education and inspire their families to be kind to the land, so the farming industry in Guantian will improve and keep talented people at home.
In Medan, Indonesia, a 3-day prayer festival was held by the National Buddhist Organization to garner blessings for all sentient beings. Besides the participation of Buddhists, those of different religious faiths also participated in hopes to also contribute their share of blessings for peace. We will leave you with these images at the end of the program. Thank you for watching.